Welcome everyone to the 2026 Dual Enrollment Recognition Ceremony. My name is Akima Rogers. It is my honor this evening to stand before you and recognize our outstanding student scholars. As a lifelong educator, nights like this make me especially proud to be part of such an incredible educational opportunity for our youth and future leaders. Tonight is a celebration not only of academic achievement, but of perseverance, ambition, and the power of partnership between Montgomery College, Montgomery County Public Schools, families, and our community. Our students have challenged themselves by balancing high school and college work, demonstrating the discipline, maturity, and determination that will continue to serve them well in years ahead. And we're incredibly proud of all they have accomplished and excited for all that is still to come. Before we begin tonight's program, I would like to acknowledge and introduce the distinguished guests and students joining us on the dais this evening. Ms. Laura Stewart, Montgomery County Board of Education member. Ms. Gloria Aparicio Blackwell, Chair of the Montgomery College Board of Trustees. Mr. Will Jawando, Montgomery County Council Member and Chair for Education and Culture. Dr. Thomas Taylor, Montgomery County Public Schools Superintendent. The Honorable Aruna Miller, Lieutenant Governor of the State of Maryland. Dr. Jermaine F. Williams, Montgomery College President. Dr. Genevieve Floyd, Director in the Department of College and Career Readiness with Montgomery County Public Schools. Dr. Tiffany Ray Patterson, Montgomery College Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. Secretary Elena Quietos Luciano, Trustee, Interim Secretary of Maryland Higher Education Commission. Ms. Nikki Porter, Montgomery County Public Schools Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Elena Syons, Montgomery College Associate Senior Vice President of Academic Partnerships and Programs. Please join me in thanking them for their leadership, partnership, and continued support of our students in dual enrollment programs. I would also like to acknowledge our students who you will hear from later this evening. Ms. Indira Bowen, Mr. Daniel Romero, Ms. Fabiola Lacayo, Mr. Josh Luong, and Ms. Eileen Dye. And at this time, it is my great privilege to introduce a champion for student success, educational access, and innovation in higher education, the president of Montgomery College, Dr. Jermaine F. Williams. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Williams.
All right, good evening. How's everybody doing? Yeah, let's give a round of applause for this great event. Come on. Well, as I like to say, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Tonight we're here to celebrate you. So the quicker we can do that, the better. Thank you, Mr. Rogers, very, very much. Good evening and congratulations to our extraordinary students. Let's give another round of applause for our extraordinary students. Tonight is a celebration of your achievement and what an incredible milestone you have reached. You have completed college coursework before graduating high school. Yes, this takes ambition, focus, and a real discipline, and we are all so very proud of what you have accomplished. Yeah, we can clap for that. Yeah. This accomplishment also requires support. To the families and loved ones here tonight, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Your encouragement, sacrifice, and support has really meant so much during every student's journey. Also, to the fantastic faculty and staff who are here, who taught, guided, and supported these students, let's give them a round of applause as well. And all the fantastic people here on stage have been recognized as well, and I don't want to duplicate that, but I do want to take a moment to uplift a few champions of student success at the state and the county level. And you heard their names before, but it bears repeating. So our Maryland Lieutenant Governor, Aruna Miller, let's give her a round of applause again. From Maryland Higher Education Commission, the Interim Secretary, Elena Quiroz Livanis. Round of applause. And Mr. Will Jawando, Montgomery County Council Member and Chair of the Education and Culture Committee. Thank you all very much. And of course, our awesome partners at Montgomery County Public Schools. Dr. Taylor, your superintendent, give him another round of applause. Along with Dr. Genevieve Floyd, thank you so very much. Of course, our folks from Montgomery College, Dr. Elena Saenz and Mr. Akima Rogers, thank you all very much as well. We can clap. So that's what I'm here to do is say welcome, bring remarks, and make you feel at home, because this is your home. And one of the many things we focus on at Montgomery College is creating a sense of belonging for everyone. And we do hope that you've experienced that at Montgomery College while you've been here. We're deeply appreciative for your dedication. We're deeply appreciative for the fact that you spent this time and energy to be with us. And we are so very proud of you. We look forward to seeing what you will do next. You are already awesome, and you will keep being extraordinary. And on that note, I would like to introduce and welcome to the stage Dr. Thomas Taylor, Superintendent, Montgomery County Public Schools.
I gotta tell you, the lights are bright up here, but you guys look amazing. Congratulations, graduates. There's one piece of clothing, though, that would make you look a lot better. It's that sash of purple that you're gonna get after you walk across this stage and you get to wear at graduations, plural. I will say this, give yourselves a handbrake for a second. You don't have to clap every 10 seconds, because I gotta tell you, your hands are gonna get a workout. You're gonna clap so much tonight, you're gonna have clap fatigue. We're so excited for you guys. You are fantastic. You are a great representation of this wonderful county of ours, Montgomery County. And Dr. Williams, thank you so much for having us at your house for this special occasion, and thank you for the warm introduction and for your continuous collaboration and support of the students of Montgomery County Public Schools, and especially the students that we share together. I'm truly thrilled to be joining you tonight. Our distinguished leaders, our invited guests, our families, my gosh, our families. You have raised these wonderful students. We are so excited to celebrate and recognize your outstanding accomplishments, graduates. Graduates, we applaud you for all that you've achieved, your dedication that has brought us here tonight, and we're here to honor your extraordinary work. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that the dual enrollment options that you're going to hear about tonight would not be possible without the unwavering support of the Board of Education. I'm grateful for the Board of Education member Laura Stewart, who's here tonight. Laura Stewart, thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. She's here representing all of the Board of Education members. She's also one of my bosses, so I gotta behave myself. Their continuous commitment to supporting our dual enrollment program, both academically and financially, is making all the difference in making sure that we have degree opportunities for our high school students, and they are changing lives. They've changed your life. And so I want to sincerely recognize all of the work that our support groups and leaders have provided as a part of that. Graduates, earning a college degree at a young age is more than just an impressive academic milestone. It's a powerful head start to your future. By reaching this level early, you have demonstrated remarkable resilience and determination. You have opened doors to greater opportunities and endless possibilities, stepping boldly into adulthood with purpose and with confidence. Most importantly, you've shown yourselves and everyone watching that age is no barrier to ambition. You are something to be admired. With dedication and the right level of support, you can achieve extraordinary things, and you are proof of that. Your accomplishments inspire not only your peers, but all of us who are privileged to witness your journey and be a part of it. And it is such a privilege to be a part of your journey. Dr. Williams has already acknowledged the fantastic staff, faculty, leaders, peers, guardians, and your entire circle of supporters who have helped to guide you along this way. But seated in the front row over here is actually a row of very proud principals. You're very proud principals, and there are some assistant principals and counselors in the audience today, and other teachers that have supported you on your MCPS journey. They're a part of your village of supporters too. And so, village of supporters, this is your victory tonight. Thank you so much, and I congratulate you on a job well done. Finally, to you graduates, tonight we honor not only your achievements, but also your unleashed and limitless potential. And we're excited to see what you're going to accomplish in the future. As you continue on your journey to greatness, remember that at this moment, it's not an end, but a beginning. We admire you, and we admire your ability to dream big dreams. We want to encourage you. While it is good to be smart, it's also smart to be good. In today's world, your intellect will open a lot of doors, but your character, your kindness, your respect for others, your compassion, and your commitment to service will be what truly moves communities forward and helps to change the world. We are so excited for your future. We're so proud to call you our own, and we are eager to cheer you on at your upcoming high school graduations and beyond. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Dr. Taylor. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the Lieutenant Governor of the State of Maryland, the Honorable Aruna Miller, a proud Montgomery County resident, public servant, and advocate for education and opportunity. Please join me in warmly welcoming Lieutenant Governor Miller.
All right, class of 2026, let me hear you make some noise. I can't hear you. Love to hear that. I am so thrilled to be here. But Dr. Taylor, I gotta say one more thing. You're absolutely right. One of the best things you can wear tonight is that beautiful purple sash and your tie. Absolutely. One other thing that can really make your outfit look great is President Williams' tennis shoes. Check those out. Purple all the way. So good evening, everyone. And I just want to say thank you to every remarkable leader that's on this stage and those that are behind the scenes working. Our elected leaders, staff, faculty, and Mr. Rogers. all who helped to build and to support the dual enrollment program. Because programs like this don't just change transcripts, they change trajectories. So I'm here for the same reason everyone else is here, to celebrate the graduates who decided, you know, one diploma just wasn't challenging enough. Honestly, dual enrollment scholars, what you have accomplished sounds almost impossible when you first hear it. To graduate high school and college at the same time, that is remarkable. So congratulations, class of 2026, 2 times over. As I said, you are really remarkable, and your parents, family, friends, and everyone here tonight is so proud of you. Because you know what you did? You chose challenge over comfort. And you might not realize this yet, but that decision alone will shape the rest of your life. Because when you learn early that you can handle hard things, you walk into the rest of your life just a little differently. You stop being intimidated by its challenges. You stop waiting for permission to aim higher. And you stop shrinking yourself to fit other people's expectations. That's what betting on yourself does. It creates momentum, the kind of momentum that changes the direction of your life. That kind that opens doors even before you knock. You know, 8 years ago, this program started with just a few students. Today, those dual enrollment scholars are serving in the Air Force, pursuing a PhD in mathematics, designing technology at Apple. Not because success was handed to them, but because they learned early to exceed their own expectations. So graduates, continue choosing the spaces that challenge you, because those are often the spaces that reveal who you are. The places that stretch you, that humble you, that strengthen you. And no matter where your adventures take you, make service a central part of your life. Not occasionally, not when it's convenient, but as a practice, as a way of being. Because your diploma isn't just to open doors for you, it's also to hold open the door for those that come after you. So use your gifts to serve others, because when you do, you move from a life of consumption to a life of contribution, from a life of me to a life of we. And that's how you pay it forward. And as Bad Bunny says, if a small town boy like me who bagged groceries was able to make his dreams come true, you can too. And if an immigrant Esau kid with a funny name like me can become a lieutenant governor of Maryland, you can too. So congratulations, class of 2026. I can't wait to see what you have in store for the world. Godspeed.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor Miller, and for all of our leadership. And so now please join me in welcoming tonight's Mistress of Ceremonies so that we can recognize our students. Dr. Genevieve Floyd. Dr. Floyd is a dedicated educator whose commitment to student success has made a lasting impact on our community. And so welcome, Dr. Floyd.
Thank you for that introduction, Mr. Rogers. Good evening, everyone. And a special salutation to the members of the class of 2026. I certainly wish I had time to share all the wonderful things that I'm thinking about you and what you have done, but time has not been allocated to me to do that. But I will add my voice to the chorus of praise that has already gone forward by our leaders as it relates to who you are, what you have accomplished, and the great destiny that awaits you. It is my charge to move the next phase of this ceremony forward. And in doing so, you will hear more about the programmatic opportunities that our students have participated in, but more importantly, you will hear directly from our scholars. It is certainly a privilege for me to start this program off by presenting to some and perhaps introducing to most one of our scholars who's going to come forward and provide and honor us with an instrumental tribute. Please welcome Eileen Dye to the stage as she starts the program. Young, brilliant, and talented. Please, just another round of applause for Scholar Guy. we now move forward to our presentation of stoles. And as we present the scholars this evening, we will present them by category. And the first category represented are our high school-based programs. So as the dual enrollment staff prepare our scholars in the Jump Start to College pathway option, allow me to share a little information about Jump Start. Jump Start is actually not a structured degree program. Jump Start is our foundational program. It's available to all college-ready students at all 25 of our comprehensive high schools, in addition to Thomas Edison High School of Technology. And when we first organized this opportunity, it was with the belief that students who were interested in taking 2 or 3 courses, at the max 10 courses, would gravitate to this opportunity, perhaps completing their freshman year of college. Well, the scholars who are going to cross the stage tonight, they surpassed our expectations. They have completed 45 credits or more, and several have completed their associate's degree, working directly with the staff here at Montgomery College, with their counselors at their high school, and charting their own path. They truly are remarkable. As our leaders come and stand to prepare to receive our Jump Start to College scholars, I will take a moment to talk about protocol. Tell your neighbor, listen up, she's talking about protocol. Thank you. So this, unlike our graduation event, our graduation is more of a solemn occasion. This is a time for celebration. So when your student's name is called, we invite, we encourage, we expect that you will scream, that you will celebrate with joy, as you should. This is quite an accomplishment. However, in your celebration, although expected, it is also respectfully requested that your celebration is brief. And the request for brevity is so that the families of the scholar whose name will be called after your student is called, so that they can hear and they can have their moment to celebrate as well. So loud, proud, and short. With that, we are ready to proceed with our Jump Start to College scholars.
Anton Belashenko, Computer Engineering. Anton will be going to Virginia Tech for Computer Engineering. Atan Meher, Business, attending University of Maryland Business Management. Russell Fernando, Jump Start. He will continue on to Montgomery College, studying business. Eunice Pasag, Jump Start, will be completing her bachelor's online at UMGC, pursuing business management. Adam Magerkurth, Exercise Science, will continue on to Salisbury University. Federico Cruz, General Studies, HACL, continuing on to University of Maryland Government Studies. Ainsley Schlegel, Mathematics, attending the University of Maryland. Andy Huang, Computer Science, changing his major to Mathematics at MC. Nicholas Walters, Business, continuing on to the University of Maryland studying psychology. Anderson Hong, General Engineering, continuing on to the University of Maryland College Park. Vivi Fan, computer programming, continuing on to computer science at Princeton University.
Round of applause for our Jump Start to College scholars. Sticking with our school-based opportunity, the next category are our middle college programs. Middle college programs. So as the staff prepare to bring forward our scholars from Northwest High School, allow me to share information about the middle college program. So middle college actually is an opportunity where students apply in grade 8. So these are 13 and 14-year-olds deciding that they're going to go to college early. So they apply in grade 8, and then 9 through 12, they matriculate through a structured program of study towards a degree. 9th grade, it's a regular high school curriculum. 10th grade, they take their first college course. 11th grade, there's a combination of AP courses and college courses. And then 12th grade, it's a full schedule of college courses. The scholars at Northwest High School have the opportunity to earn a degree in business or general studies or engineering. The first graduating class from Northwest Middle College program was in 2018, and there were 2 students. Tonight, there are over 70. Yes. So as our leaders prepare to receive the Northwest scholars, I want to invite the principal, Mr. Scott Smith, to the stage, so he too can receive the scholars from the Northwest Middle College program. Our leaders are ready. Our scholars are ready. We may begin.
She's going to speak now. She's supposed to speak now. Okay, yeah, well, so go ahead. You can get started.
Juan Gaydon Jr., business, attending Townsend Honors College. Alexa DeHennis, general studies, STEM, attending Thomas Jefferson University in medical imaging and radiation sciences. Alicia Harris, General Studies, SSAH, attending Salisbury University, a PE major and track and field athlete. Eileen Dye, General Studies, STEM, attending the University of Southern California, Business Administration. Indira Bowens, General Studies, ISTD, attending Loyola University, Maryland, majoring in biology. Isaiah Johnson, General Studies, STEM, attending Tuskegee University in aerospace engineering. Ariana Johnson, business, attending Hampton University in information systems. Chioma Ofulue, general engineering, STEM, attending the University of Maryland in College Park. Maya Jackman, General Studies, SSAH, attending the University of Texas at Arlington, major Interior Architecture and Design. Toa Mokam, Business, attending Towson University in Business Administration. Kevin Liu, Business, attending the University of Maryland, studying cybersecurity. Yasmin Howard, General Studies, SSAH, attending Towson University as a pre-med and psych major. Khadija Gueye, General Studies, INTG, attending Towson as a biology major. Charlotte Tekeste, General Studies, ISTD, attending Towson University as a nursing major. Juhana Musin, Business, attending the George Washington University, studying criminal justice. Charlie Robinson, General Studies, ISTD, attending Towson University, majoring in biology and minoring in deaf studies. Kim Bunia, General Studies, SSAH, attending the University of Pittsburgh as a biology major and psychology minor. Benedict Empiana, General Studies, HACL, going to Wheeling University as a psychology major. Caitlin Yu, General Studies, STEM, attending the University of Pittsburgh in biochemistry. Olivia Nera, General Studies, STEM, studying physics at American University. Caroline Ramirez, General Studies, STEM, majoring in biology at American University. Mansoor Tahere, General Studies, SSAH, studying public health as a pre-med major. Carlo Mendoza Longuera, General Studies, SSAH, studying at UMD at Shady Grove, majoring in psychology. Anya Chitargi, Business, going on to Indiana University. Ojaswi KC, General Studies, STEM, going on to the North Carolina State University. Brian Cow, General Studies, STEM, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park. Aditya Paravangat, General Engineering, going on to University of Maryland, College Park for Electrical Engineering. Ronnie Picardo, General Engineering, going on to UMD College Park Aerospace Engineering. Surish Dutta, Business, going on to University of Maryland, College Park in Finance. Tom Kent, General Studies, STEM, University of Maryland, College Park, Mathematics. Harrison May, General Studies, STEM, University of Maryland, College Park, Biological Sciences. Leo Divot, Business, going on to the Western Washington University in Accounting. Mohammed Ben Mansour, General Studies, ISTD, pursuing a bachelor's in architecture. Ashley Lemus Medrano, General Studies, STEM, UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore. Timothy Ifendiev, General Engineering, going on to Computer Engineering at UMD College Park. Penelope Davidson, General Studies, STEM, going on to Virginia Tech Chemistry. Han Min Kang, General Studies, SSAH, University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in psychology. Pranav Sai Katuri, General Studies STEM, University of Maryland, College Park in Computer Science. Jason Tsao, General Studies STEM, Carnegie Mellon University, Computer Science. Lucine Matavosian, General Studies HACL, Boston University in Journalism. Gabrielle Ga, General Studies STEM, majoring in Information Technology at Towson University. Grace Oseguera, General Studies STEM, will be attending UMBC, majoring in Computer Studies. Oscar Machado Moron, General Studies STEM, going on to the University of Maryland, studying Electrical Engineering and Music Performance as a double major. Mason Yuen, General Studies STEM, going to West Virginia University for Forensics. Joseph Chimera, General Studies SSAH, attending Towson University, studying psychology. Celeste Mejia Gonzalez, Business, UMD Shady Grove Campus for accounting. Rosalind Medina Mendez, Business, going on to American University studying finance. Joshua Villar, General Studies STEM, UMD College Park. Alex Yue, General Studies STEM, University of Maryland, College Park. Yuna Huang, General Studies ISTD, Nursing, transferring to UMD. Andrew Lyons, General Studies STEM, University of Maryland. Nathaniel Ayob, General Studies STEM, attending Penn State. Rokaya Farhat, Business, attending George Washington University, studying International Relations. Sophia Liu, General Studies SSAH, University of Maryland, College Park, studying psychology. Nafisa Ruzidanmu, General Studies SSAH, University of Maryland, College Park, studying physiology and neurobiology. Nader Kaur, General Studies STEM, attending University of Maryland for mechanical engineering. Marnie Chan, General Studies STEM, attending Cornell University for Urban and Regional Studies. Iris Chakiath, General Studies STEM, attending University of Maryland, College Park for Computer Engineering. Abhishekwa Selwyn, General Studies STEM, going to UMD to pursue public health and neuroscience. Mia Rose Parong, General Studies SSAH, will be attending NYU for business. Dhruvi Karma Shah, General Studies SSAH, attending Towson University Honors College, studying criminal justice pre-law. Jordan Gao, General Studies STEM, attending Virginia Tech in electrical engineering. Lucas Maidana, Business, attending UMD Shady Grove.
A round of applause for the scholars at Northwest High School. We have two middle college programs and 1 middle college speaker. At this time, I ask that you please receive, as she comes to the podium, Scholar Indira Bowen.
Good evening, everyone. Not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous until I saw all my Northwest people and Mr. Smith, so shout out to Northwest. As said earlier, my name is Indira Bowens, and I'm a 12th grade student at Northwest High School. And I would like to start off by saying thank you, friends, family, and staff for being here tonight to help us celebrate our accomplishments. Being a middle college student has been a great privilege of mine, as I'm sure it is for each student in the building tonight. Venturing into a program like this was honestly daunting. I had to find the courage to believe that I could be successful and earn an associate's degree in high school. I had both feelings of accomplishment and doubt, but the people that I met in the middle college program at Northwest High School made me feel like I belonged and that I could get through it. The lifelong friends that I have made in the program have been with me from my freshman year to today. Some of them sing in the front. Love you guys. And the support that I've received from the teachers at Northwest, Montgomery College, and the MC Squared team made my uncertainty change into hope to pursue a challenge worth taking. I even found a new interest in the humanities that I did not know that I had. And that discovery inspired me to attend a 4-year liberal arts college in the fall, so go Hounds! This program has also taught me very necessary skills like how to navigate a college campus, utilizing all the benefits that come with being an MC student, and even panicking the night before an exam. I truly feel ready for my university experience, but all jokes aside, I have learned how to become a successful college student, which I know will benefit me as I go off into the next steps. I have also learned how to study, be comfortable meeting new people, working with adults, and how to confidently speak in front of a class. As we sit here tonight celebrating celebrating the last 4 years, we need to take a minute to congratulate ourselves. We have accomplished a lot, but we could have not done it without all the support along the way. So thank you to every person who stepped in to guide us and redirect us when necessary to ensure that we would be here tonight. As we move into the next phase of our journey, we need to remember that we are capable and ready to take the next step. I encourage all of you to embrace the sense of adventure that you have had since the day that you accepted your invitation to this program, and to embrace the obstacles in the road as they come. Be open-minded to new experiences and see failure as an opportunity to grow. All the unplanned routes that I have took have made me into who I am today, and I await more unanticipated adventures as I move on. Congratulations, graduates, and I wish you peace, happiness, and joy wherever you go. As Amanda Gorman said in The Hill We Climb, when day comes, we step out of the shade unafraid. The new dawn balloons as we free it, for there's always light, only if we are brave enough to see it, and only if we are brave enough to be it. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that inspiring message, Scholar. Definitely worth the wait. As I shared, we have 2 middle college programs, and the next program is Northwood High School Middle College Program. So as our staff prepare the Northwood students, allow me to share information about the Northwood program. Northwood actually is where it all began. It was in 2013 when the principal of Northwood High School came and met with me and Dr. Sines to talk about the idea of a middle college program. He, along with the resource teacher, Michael Sullivan, presented this opportunity, and the rest is history. The Northwood structure is the same as the structure at Northwest High School. However, students at Northwood have the opportunity to earn an associate's degree in general studies or business. We are excited about these scholars. Their first graduating class was in 2018, and there were 5 students Tonight, there are over 40 students. As our leaders come and prepare to receive our Northwood Scholars, I'm going to ask the principal, Dr. Jonathan Garrett, to please join us on stage so that we can proudly recognize the scholars from Northwood High School Middle College program. Please receive them.
Brianna Morales, General Studies, STEM, attending the University of Maryland, College Park, studying biological science. Esperanza Nazati, Business, University of Maryland, CP, studying accounting. Anthony Sarmiento, General Studies, STEM, attending Wilson College, majoring in vet nursing. Ray Estrada, General Studies, STEM, attending University of Maryland, majoring in information science. Julian Holmes, General Studies, STEM, attending Townsend University, studying biology. Ian Jensen, General Studies, SSAH, attending University of Maryland, studying criminal justice. Elwin Pereira Salmaron, General Studies, attending Townsend University, studying accounting. Miata Muse, General Studies, SSAH, transferring to University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in criminology, criminal justice, and minoring in human development. Josera Camara, General Studies, STEM, attending Catholic University, studying nursing. Alicia Kwashi, General Studies, STEM, attending UMBC, studying biological sciences. Ella Meyer, SSAH and HACL, attending Reed College for neuroscience with a minor in film. Belen Hailu, General Studies, SSAH, attending Williams College as a pre-law track. Nyasha Makushi, General Studies, SSAH, attending Purdue University, majoring in animal science. Brooke Shafara, General Studies, STEM, attending the University of Maryland. Orly Lopez, Business, attending American University. Alexander Tikaev, General Studies, STEM, attending George Mason University, majoring in cybersecurity. Brian Gonzalez Guevara, General Studies, STEM, studying at the University of Maryland Global Campus, cybersecurity. Kenneth Gray, General Studies, STEM, studying at the College of William and Mary, marine science. Daniel Gray, General Studies, STEM, studying at the University of Maryland, aerospace engineering. Carla Melgares, General Studies, STEM, studying at the University of Maryland College, mechanical engineering. Teresa Lopez, General Studies, STEM, going on to the military. Helen Billette, General Studies, STEM, will finish the prereqs for nursing school. Yanette Sisai, General Studies, STEM, will finish the prereqs to study biology at UMD. Linnea Abraham, General Studies, SSAH, attending the American University, studying history and political science. Cynthia Rivas Salas, General Studies, HACL, will be taking a gap year. Kaye Wade, General Studies, SSAH, attending Rogers Williams University studying forensic psychology. Enoch Bakata, General Studies, SSAH, going on to the Salisbury University studying international business. Jonathan Le Breton, Business, attending Towson University, going on for finance. Phoenix Watershai Prapa, General Studies, STEM, going on to MC, then UMAC as a pre-med major. Marlee Hernandez, General Studies, STEM, going on to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, School of Social Work. Ercelia Membreno Garcia, General Studies, SSAH, going on to the University of Maryland, UMD, studying criminal justice and legal studies. Zainab Alasfour, General Studies, SSAH, going on to American University, legal studies. Angie Martinez Bernabe, General Studies, ISTD, going on to the Catholic University of America for Architecture. Meron Admasu, General Studies, STEM, going on to Towson University for Biology. Betel Isak, General Studies, STEM, University of Maryland, Biology. Huckleberry Peterson, General Studies, SSAH, going on to Georgia State University. And Katie Escalante, General Studies, STEM, going on to the University of Maryland, UMD.
A round of applause for our Northwood High School scholars. Still focusing on the campus, the high school-based programs, we now are going to transition to P-TECH. P-TECH, and I am honored to introduce the student speaker for P-TECH, Daniel Lazaro Romero. Please receive him as he comes to the podium.
Hey everyone, I'd like to start off by introducing myself. I'm Daniel, and I'm part of the P-TECH program. I currently serve as one of the 4 senior lead ambassadors. My role as a lead ambassador has included communicating with professors, planning with the P-TECH coordinators, collecting ideas from peers, and making announcements for upcoming events and important dates. This has given us the opportunity to work as a team and take on challenges, while also getting to know everyone better and spending time together our senior year. These past 4 years as a cohort have been full of change. When I met everyone at Summer Bridge before freshman year, I had no idea just how close we would get. From the start of our first college class, sophomore year, we understood how out of control things could get if we lost focus. I want to thank those who took initiative and went out of their way to help us prepare for exams. I also want to thank those who helped us put together study guides, sorting through hundreds of questions and vocab terms in preparation for exams truly took a cohort effort, but it also led to a cohort success. Now, getting study material together wasn't the only team challenge. Some semesters, it felt like every other class session was a group project or class presentation. While some of these assignments may have been difficult, they also worked to bring us closer. One of the most memorable examples of this comes from our fall PSCI class. Throughout the semester, we were assigned different labs and projects to complete with our table groups. I think everyone's favorite of these assignments was the air rocket project. Although our projects weren't all that impressive, working on them and hanging out in in the basement at Jaime's house that week definitely made some good memories. The last big activity I want to mention is our summer internship. This was an opportunity for us to look into potential future careers within the industry. It also gave us the chance to get some real-world, hands-on experience and apply what we learned. While preparing for our internship, we had several activities, including our resume workshop, guest speakers, and mock interviews where we dressed nice and hyped each other up before speaking with professionals. The whole internship experience not only showed us some different sides of the field, it also strengthened our teamwork and leadership skills through responsibilities like appointed team leads and daily quotas. I'm going to end off thanking a few special people. First, I want to thank my fellow P-TECH senior leads, Noel, Macy, and Sajal, who have helped with all of the planning and communication this year. I want to thank Ms. Khan for her support in P-TECH these past few years, Ms. Lyons, our new P-TECH coordinator, for taking on the challenge of senior year with us, and Ms. Pastel, who has continued guiding us and being there to answer questions. Thank you to all of the parents whose support, encouragement, patience, and sometimes a little bit of force have made this journey possible. I want to congratulate our students for their resilience, hard work, and determination. I know there were times where things got rough, but we saw each other through it. This truly was a cohort effort in helping one another cross the finish line, test by test, class by class, semester in, semester out. Everyone played a part in this achievement, so that the success we're here to celebrate belongs to us all. It was an awesome experience, and I'm very glad to have been given this opportunity. Thank you, P-TECH.
Thank you, Daniel, for that lovely message of appreciation and gratitude. As our staff prepare the scholars of P-TECH, I'll share a little information as it relates to that particular program. P-TECH is actually the only program that is supported through a Maryland State Department of Education grant. So we have funds to support students not only earning an associate's degree in cloud computing and networking technology, but the P-TECH scholars also complete a CTE, a career and technical education program. They earn an IRC, industry recognized credential, their high school diploma. They participate in a summer internship, and of course, they earn their associate's degree. At this time, our leaders will prepare to receive our P-TECH scholars, and I invite the principal, Mrs. Anita O'Neill, to the stage to receive the P-TECH scholars.
Daniel Lazo Romero, Cloud Computing, University of Maryland. Andres Flores Diaz, Cloud Computing, attending a four-year institution at Arcadia University to play soccer and major in business management. Noel Blanco, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, Baltimore, majoring in business technology administration. Hadrian Chu, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland at Shady Grove Information Systems. Maxim Agarwal, Cloud Computing, attending UMBC, studying Business Information Technology. Spencer Jiang, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in Information Systems. Mukhil James, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, Baltimore County, Computer Science. Justin Foong, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, College Park. Rishi Agte, Cloud Computing, attending UMBC. Jalen Collins, Cloud Computing, attending Morgan State University, Electrical Engineering. Amy Natamara, Cloud Computing, attending Howard University, majoring in architecture. Valerie Castillo, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, majoring in accounting. Elizabeth Camello, Cloud Computing, attending Towson University, studying computer science. Sebastian Linares, Cloud Computing, attending Towson University, molecular biology. Jaime Galvez, Cloud Computing, attending Towson, studying accounting. Arslan Ahmad, Cloud Computing, studying information science at UMD College Park. Stephen Nieswa, Cloud Computing, attending Towson University, studying computer science. Manas Gorella, Cloud Computing, attending a four-year college, UMBC, studying computer science. Nihal Reddy Danareddy, Cloud Computing, attending Washington State University. Dmitry Efremov, Cloud Computing, attending UMBC. Jason Saka, Cloud Computing, attending Towson University. Sean Quenda, Cloud Computing, studying biomedical engineering at Texas Tech. Angelina Leva, Cloud Computing, attending Frostburg University, studying nursing. Nasha Jai, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland Global Campus. Macy Lamb, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, studying bioengineering. Arya Kalkar, Cloud Computing, attending University of Maryland, Baltimore, studying computer science. Sejal Regmi, Cloud Computing, University of Maryland, studying electrical engineering. Bria Ampal, Cloud Computing, studying computer science at UMD.
Yes, a round of applause for our P-TECH scholars. Now we transition. The next category are our online programs, virtual middle college. Would you please join me in welcoming to the podium scholar Fabiola Aguirre Lacayo.
Thank you for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Standing here today feels a little unreal. It feels just like yesterday we were walking into this program not quite knowing what to expect or where this new experience would unfold. For me, this moment carries a deep sense of gratitude and accomplishment. As a first-generation college student, even having the opportunity to pursue higher education is an achievement in itself. On top of that, being part of VMC has given me a head start that I'm truly grateful for. It's crazy to think back to the first day I found out about VMC. I remember opening a letter on a random weekday in 8th grade. At the time, I honestly did not fully understand the magnitude of what I was reading, so I was pretty indifferent. However, after talking with my family, they helped me realize it was an amazing opportunity, one I should definitely apply for. That conversation ended up changing my path. After going through the application process and learning I was accepted, I was given a timeline of what my high school experience would look like. When freshman year came, I knew in the back of my mind that my experience would be a little different, but it still felt far away. Sophomore year felt the same, just one MC class and everything else at my high school. I kept pushing the reality of it aside, convincing myself that junior and senior year were too far in the future to worry about. Then sophomore year ended and everything started to feel real. Even though most of my classes became online, there were so many new things happening. Meeting coordinators, attending information sessions, getting a college email, picking classes, all while adjusting to a completely new system. All of that made me feel just as nervous, if not more, than I did on my first day of high school. Adjusting to being a full-time college student was definitely a challenge. The expectations, deadlines, exams, and overall standards were very different from anything I was used to. There was also a new level of freedom and independence. Sometimes it felt like too much, but over time I learned how to manage it. And through all of that, I grew not just as a student, but as a person. VMC taught me responsibility, self-advocacy, accountability, and resilience. I learned how to adapt when things did not go as planned and how to keep moving forward, even when I felt overwhelmed. And there were definitely moments when I felt overwhelmed. Assignments that got pushed to the last minute, presentations that made me nervous, and exams that carried a lot of weight, but somehow I always figured it out. I learned that growth often happens in those uncomfortable moments. What surprises me the most is how much this journey has changed all of us. When we first started, many of us were trying to get through the next class or next semester. But over time, I started to see stronger possibilities for myself. I discovered strengths I did not know I had. I became more confident, more independent, and more prepared for what comes next. When I reflect on this journey, the first thing that comes to mind is gratitude. None of us got here alone. Behind every student sitting here today is a support system that carried us through the difficult moments. Our families, teachers, mentors, advisors, and friends who believed in us even when we doubted ourselves. They encouraged us during stressful weeks, celebrated our accomplishments, and reminded us why we started. At the same time, this experience gave us memories we will never forget. The stressful moments turned into funny stories, the challenges became milestones, and the people we met along the way became part of our story. I also think about the impact this journey has on the people around us. For many families, seeing a student being recognized today and walking across the stage in just a few weeks represents years of sacrifice, hope, and hard work. Their support has made this moment possible. I would also like to thank my academic coordinator, Ms. Kanisha Moten. If it were not for her, I truly do not think we would be here. I know I put her through a lot with my emails, last-minute registration forms, and silly questions, but I genuinely admire her patience and support throughout this entire journey. To the next group of students beginning this program, I would say this: take advantage of every opportunity placed in front of you. Do not be afraid to ask questions, make mistakes, or step outside of your comfort zone. Be your own biggest advocate. You may not realize it now, but the difficult moments will shape you the most. Trust yourself, stay determined, and remember that growth does not happen overnight. As we move into the next chapter of our lives, I know we will carry forward everything we learned here. Resilience, gratitude, and the understanding that opportunities can truly transform lives. Today is not just about celebrating what we have achieved. It's about recognizing how far we have come and believing in how far we can still go. Thank you, and congrats to class of 2026.
It takes a lot of courage to get up and speak in front of hundreds of people, and our students are doing such an excellent job. Please, another round of applause for. I feel like I'm shrinking, but yes. I certainly want you to hear information about our virtual middle college program. So as our team is preparing our scholars, yes, thank you. Allow me to share. Virtual middle college is probably our most innovative opportunity for students. It is the only one of its kind in the state, and as far as we have researched, it is the only one of its kind in the nation. Yes. Virtual middle college was actually born out of the pandemic. We had a rough time, all of us collectively. It was just a terrible season of loss. However, what we learned during that time, as all educational systems had to transition to virtual learning, was that the majority of our students did not excel in that space. However, there were some who actually thrived. And another conversation with Dr. Sines, we recognized that there were 8 online degrees that Montgomery College offered that our students could participate in. That opportunity has grown over the years, and we are excited that these young people have taken advantage of that opportunity. As our leaders come forward and prepare to receive our virtual middle college scholars, we are now ready to proceed. Please receive our virtual middle college scholars.
Jeremy Amaya Peralta, General Studies, STEM, continuing at MC. Fabiola Aguirre Lacayo, General Studies, STEM, continuing on Loyola University, Maryland. Enid Will, General Studies, SSAH, will transfer to General Washington University. Alexander Yella, General Studies, SSAH, continuing on to the United States Air Force. Vincent Witt, General Studies, SSAH, attending Gettysburg College. Josue Abarca, Business, attending Towson University, Business Administration. Madeline Guerra, General Studies, SSAH, attending University of Baltimore County, UMBC, Business Administration. Brandon Huang, attending University of Maryland Park, Information Science, Computer Science. Kera Cuellar Correas, Cybersecurity, AAS, taking a gap year. Isabella Jimenez, Criminal Justice, apprenticing for barbering license. Verda Dilik, Computer Science, UMD, Neuroscience, Pre-Med. Nicola Rengilian, Computer Science, continuing on to Purdue University. Gabriel Adze, Cybersecurity, AAS, University of Maryland Global Campus, studying cybersecurity technology. Nathan Figuera, Computer Science, attending University of Maryland for Info Science. Isaiah Taylor, General Studies, STEM, attending North Carolina State University, majoring in meteorology. Jaden Cooley, Information Sciences and Systems, going to attend North Carolina State for civil engineering.
Our virtual middle college scholars, please, a round of applause. That group is truly remarkable. Last year was our first year graduating our virtual middle college scholars, and we had 12. This year, we've doubled it, and we have 25. Truly, truly outstanding group of young people. We now transition to our campus-based programs, and I am excited to present to you Scholar Joshua Luang. Please come forward.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all enjoying the night. We have all come here today to celebrate the amazing achievements and hard work of all dual enrollment students. As we sit here today, we are all different students, different people from the young sophomores who applied 2 years ago. Many of us acquired lifelong friends, prestigious internships. Some of us gained jobs and volunteering experience, but most importantly, we have all blossomed into the mature adults you see before yourselves today. As we prepare for the next stage in our lives, I don't want anyone to forget about the stage we are leaving behind. For a while, life felt suffocating. It felt like overwhelming stress was constantly added to everyone's plate. We would come home after long, draining days at school. We'd have homework in 3 separate classes due that night. We'd have 2 exams the next day, worth an absurd 50% of your grade. In that one break that you have, you go on your phone and you see that one college application guy telling you that your personal essay that you haven't started was really supposed to be done 2 weeks ago. I never want anyone to forget that feeling, the feeling of intense life pressure. Unfortunately, regardless of whether you decide to attend a 4-year institution, directly join the workforce, or take a gap year, that feeling will return. But we're sitting here today, aren't we? Sitting here today is proof that everyone weathered their own unique storm in their own unique way. But one thing I know for sure, no one did it alone. Maybe it was that one dedicated professor who stayed after class to explain that one concept you just didn't seem to get. Maybe it was those loyal friends who stayed up with you during late nights to talk with you for hours about whatever you needed. Maybe it was the coordinator who was alongside you every step of the way, or the parents who worked so unimaginably hard to keep a roof over your head and food on the table so you could keep excelling on your own. But most importantly, we as students didn't quit. No matter how tempted you were to give up, no matter how many times you might have asked, why did I even apply here? We persevered and made it through to where we are today. With all the amazing experiences and opportunities that MC has provided me, I think the most important lesson it has taught me is that life will throw as many tough times as it can at you. That's what life is. But you have to trust that everything will work out. Remember how you felt before during those 2 years, and remember the feeling you have now. That feeling of pride, of accomplishment, of dignity is a product of your work ethic, your perseverance, and the dedication of your closest friends and family. When you walk across that MC commencement stage later this week, and when you face challenges on later in life, never forget how you persevered to get to where you are today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that message. Joshua attends Prince Orchard High School, and I see his principal is in the audience. So we're excited for the future. Thank you for taking us down memory lane again, Joshua. Early college, as our coordinators prepare our early college scholars, I will share early college is perhaps our boldest initiative, and I'm so thrilled that the interim secretary of higher education is here. Rightly so, because we are the number one. We lead the state in the number of associate degrees that are awarded. We lead the state, and this is not our first year of leading. It's not our second year of leading. It's not our third year of leading. It's our 4th year of leading the state of Maryland. Absolutely, and it certainly can speak to the partnership that we have, the dynamic faculty and staff that we have, but it speaks more about the students that matriculate through MCPS and through MC. They are truly extraordinary. They're the ones that need to be reported on. The news should cover their story. They are indeed extraordinary. Early college is our largest dual enrollment program. We started early college back in 2018. Students actually leave high school. They apply in grade 10, and they leave high school for their 11th and 12th grade year, full-time college students. Our first year, we had less than 30 graduates. walking across the stage, we have over 250 early college scholars. Yes, yes. And they will receive a degree in one of 18 different degree paths that they have selected, and they have the opportunity to take college courses at any one of Montgomery College's campus. They truly, truly are remarkable. And at this time, I'm going to ask the leaders to stand one more time as we prepare to receive our early college scholars. Everyone is in place. You may begin.
Ellie Vong, Biological Science, attending University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Joshua Luong, General Engineering, attending University of Maryland, College Park. Elealine Datuin, Biological Science, going on to UMBC. Hannah Wu, Chemistry and Biochemistry, attending UMBC as a Biochemistry and Molecular Biology major. Mahmoud Abdel Fadil, Biochemistry, going on to a four-year university at UMBC majoring in Chemical Engineering. Evan Nguyen, General Engineering, UMBC for Chemical Engineering. Sinini Ratnawira, General Engineering, University of Maryland, Chemical Engineering. Sarayu Vidyala, General Engineering, University of Maryland, Chemical Engineering. Bhavya Aji, Computer Science, going on to UMBC for Computer Science. Maria Munshi, Computer Science and Technology, going on to the University of Maryland in Astrophysics. Samridu Agrawal, Computer Science, going on to the University of Massachusetts Amherst as a camp scientist. Lingfeng Yu, Computer Science and Technology, UMBC Computer Science. Kubra Ulasoy, Computer Science and Technology, studying Cyber Physical Systems Engineering at the University of Maryland, Shady Grove campus. Donna Atasi, Computer Science and Technologies and Mathematics, studying physics at UMD with a Quantum Science and English minor. Michaela Lee, Computer Science and Technologies, Computer Science at University of Maryland, College Park. Elizabeth Carvalho, Elementary Education, Special Education, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, studying English. Maeve Sukal, Elementary Education, Special Education, attending Loyola MD for Speech, Language, Hearing Sciences. Faith Holmes, Computer Science and Technology, studying Computer Engineering at UMD. Ashley Solis Diaz, Elementary Education, Special Education, going on to Penn State for Developmental Psychology. Meg Girish, Biological Science, taking a gap year. Sanvi Bhatia, Biological Science, going on to George Washington University as a pre-med major. Allison Pesci, Biological Science, University of Penn State Honors College, double majoring in biochemistry and microbiology. Cameron Catone, Biological Science, going on to the College of Charleston as a pre-med major. Ashley Spendley, Biological Science, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park as a Biological Science. Julia Ordonez, Biological Science, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in cell biology and genetics. Sophia Ormol, Biological Science, attending Georgetown University, majoring in human science. Han Lei, Data Science, attending University of Maryland, majoring in data science. Jacqueline McCarty, Data Science, attending George Mason University abroad and Korea, studying computational and data science. Natalia Solomon, Data Science, going on to the University of South Florida, studying artificial intelligence and business analytics. Mitchell Lee, Computer Science and Technology, studying aerospace engineering at University of Maryland, College Park. Dinesh Kola, Computer Science and Technology, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park, studying computer science. Ashvin Thirumal, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to UMD Shady Grove, studying information science. Andre Tudor Carson, Computer Science and Technology, going on to UMD studying computer science. Sanjay Kumar, Biological Science, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park, studying biology as a pre-med major. Paul Hualinos, Computer Science and Technologies, University of Maryland, College Park. Christian Musgrove, Biological Science, going on to Xavier University at Louisiana, studying biology as a pre-med major. Maz Mohammed, Biological Science, UMD, Biological Sciences. Amir Hossein Khorasani, Biological Science, University of Maryland, Biology, pre-med track. Akshit Baireddy, Biological Science at the University of Maryland. Whitman Corlew, Data Science, attending Penn State, studying philosophy and data science. Paul Hanscom, Data Science, going on to UMBC. Genevieve Montgomery, Chemistry and Biochemistry, going on to St. Mary's College of Maryland, studying physics. Lily Chang, Data Science, George Mason University. Julia Melo Cavalcante, Data Science, attending University of Maryland, College Park. Grace Sampson, Data Science, attending St. Mary's College of Maryland. Lydia Bayek, Data Science, attending University of Maryland. Rhea Rhodes, Data Science, attending University of Maryland, College Park, Information Science. Kaylin Forsyth, Data Science, attending University of Rochester, studying biomedical engineering. Jacob Dawson, Data Science, attending George Mason, studying computational data sciences with Army ROTC Scholarship. Francis Mercado, Cybersecurity, attending the University of Shady Grove, Computer Science. Iriakosa Ighile, Computer Science and Technologies, UMD, Computer Engineering. Ashton Cox, Business, going on to the University of Maryland for accounting. Kylie Cox, Biological Science, attending University of Maryland, Public Health. Amike Mercado, Biological Science, going on to the University of Maryland for Public Health and Psychology. Jason Bolender, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to UMBC, continuing Computer Science. Yuvin Srivatsa Viaja Bhaskar, Business, UMBC, Business Technology Administration. Yegor Krivenka, Cybersecurity, Purdue University Polytechnic. Jacob Madrikowski, Cybersecurity, UMBC for Computer Science. Noah Timshina, Cybersecurity, transferring to Shady Grove. Kelly Hudson, Cybersecurity, UMBC, Computer Science. Samuel Baxter, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to Stevenson University for Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics. Timothy Garrity, Cybersecurity, attending UMGC. Alexander Walker, Cybersecurity, will be looking for employment. Gabriel Montin Sage de Abreu, Cybersecurity, going on to Marymount University. Eli Agnadiunu, Behavioral Health, going on to George Washington University, studying Environmental Engineering. Karina Williams, Behavioral Health, going on to the University of Pittsburgh, studying Psychology. Evelyn Rizzo, Behavioral Health, going on to UMD, studying Psychology. Ankita Nair, Behavioral Health, going on to the New York University, studying Politics and Economics. Amara Ninan, Behavioral Health, going on to UMBC, studying Social Work. Sarah Samimi, Behavioral Health, Loyola University, Maryland, Psychology. Rowing. Nayeli Nesiasup, Behavioral Health, University of Maryland, College Park, Psychology. Asha Grover, Behavioral Health, going on to George Washington University, studying Public Health. Caleb Yang, Business, University of Maryland. Dominic Leasing, Business, University of California, Irvine. Phi Long Huang, Business, UMBC. Roland Wong, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to the University of Maryland for Mechanical Engineering. Landon Sengbush, Computer Science and Technology, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park for Computer Science. Robert Sanford, Computer Science and Technologies, Embry-Riddle for Aeronautical University. Aaron Brezovic, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to the Fife University for Computer Information Systems. Ishan Ranjith, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to University of Maryland, studying Computer Science. Grant Chin, Computer Science and Technologies, Penn State in Kinesiology. Miriam Mojica Alvarenga, Behavioral Health, going on to Washington College for Biology and Environmental Science. Cairo Christie Owusu, Behavioral Health, going on to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, Pre-Med Biological Science. Andrew Serrano, Behavioral Health, UMBC, Shady Grove, and Psychology. Giselle Santos Romero, Behavioral Health, attending Montclair State University. Luke Bradley Bunkin, Behavioral Health, Towson University, studying Criminal Justice. Vanessa Arias Sandoval, Business, continuing at MC. Hudson Jones, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to Virginia Tech, majoring in Computer Modeling and Data Analytics. Aiden Kuhn, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to Virginia Tech, studying Computer Science. Adam Lee, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to UMBC, studying Computer Science. Diego Torres Fernandez, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to UMD, studying Computer Science. Caden Shrestha, Computer Science and Technologies, UMBC, majoring in Computer Science. Gabriel Joel, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to UMBC for Computer Science Technologies. Renata Podnesny, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to Northeastern University as a stamp scholar studying AI. Adonis Lizama, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to UMBC for Computer Science. Joseph Butch, Computer Science and Technology, attending George Mason University. Tien Dinh, Computer Science and Technologies, going to UMBC for Computer Engineering. Kirubel Asefa, General Engineering, going on to UMD for Mechatronic Engineering. Jaden Dang, General Engineering, attending UMBC for Mechanical Engineering. Joseph John, Chemistry and Biochemistry, going on to UMBC. Janani Senaviratne, Computer Science and Technologies, University of Maryland, College Park. Kayla Nguyen, Biological Science, University of Maryland, College Park. Megan Vu, Biological Science, University of Maryland, College Park, studying Biological Sciences. Grace Bankuhu, Biological Science, University of Maryland, studying Biological Sciences. Jayla Gray, Biological Science, going on to the Loyola University, Maryland, studying Biology. Francis Adriana Cintron Saez, Biological Science, going on to University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in Chemistry. Emmanuel Badu, Business, UMD, College Park. Haiti Chavez, Business, going on to University of Maryland, College Park. Rakeb Laku, Business, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, studying Economics. Ricardo Palacios Hernandez, General Engineering, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park, studying Cyber Physical Systems, Engineering. Eduardo Ramirez Melendez, General Engineering, attending University of Maryland, Baltimore, majoring in Mechanical Engineering. Leah Moriarty, Chemistry and Biochemistry, taking a gap year, then studying Biomedical Engineering. Hassan Romani, Chemistry and Biochemistry, University of Maryland for Chemistry. Janelle Kim, General Engineering, UMBC, Mechanical Engineering. Ethan Ajose, Engineering, going on to Catholic University, studying Civil Engineering. Turi Green, Nursing, finishing nursing at MC and transferring to a four-year college. Valerie Flores, Diagnostic Medical Sonography, completing Diagnostic Medical Sonography at MC. Antonella Guerra, Nursing, finishing MC Nursing School. Caitlin Eccles, working RN, attending BSN in Nursing. Zoe Lopez, Bachelor's in Nursing at University of Maryland. Rihanna Tuktajayo, Nursing, BSN in Nursing at UMD. Bigyan Giri, Nursing, BSN in Nursing at University of Maryland. Indy Pribadi, Pre-Nursing, BSN in Nursing at UMD. Allison Rodriguez, Pre-Nursing, continuing on to finish her BSN in Nursing at UMD. Kai Ayele, Pre-Nursing, continuing 1 year at MC for Associate in Nursing to get her BSN at UMD. Justin Lee, General Engineering, University of Maryland, College Park, Electrical Engineering. Mahdi Zafarabadi, General Engineering, studying computer engineering at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Arib Siddiqui, general engineering, University of Maryland, College Park, studying electrical engineering. Aiden Bach, general engineering, University of Maryland, College Park. Tatiana Leonova, general engineering, University of Maryland, majoring in astrophysics. Nikasha Lowe, general engineering, continuing attending UMBC, majoring in aerospace. Delina Berhanu, computer science and technologies, receiving higher education in STEM. Ryan Tsai, pre-physical therapy assistant, graduating spring 2029, then transferring to pursue a bachelor's in physical therapy. Erica Lott, business analytics, going on to the University of Maryland, College Park. Noyori Cohen, business analytics, going on to the University of Vermont. Tia Dyer, general engineering, UMD, mechanical engineering. Julia Kleinbasink, general engineering, going on to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, studying computer engineering. Leah Marshall, business analytics, UMD, finance major. Crew Malat, business analytics, Stevenson University, studying forensic accounting. Stephanie Matos, business, University of Maryland, business management. Nicholas Freeman, business, attending University of Maryland, College Park, studying mathematics. Betty Herrera, business, going on to American University, studying political science with a pre-law track. Zoe Mustafa, business, University of Maryland, College Park, studying government and politics. Margaret Vanderwad, mathematics, going on to the University of Alabama, studying mathematics. Orestes Fostikos, mathematics, University of Maryland, College Park, mechanical engineering. Kirill Fostikos, mathematics, UMD, College Park, astronomy. Julie Saljan, mathematics, Wake Forest University, studying accounting. Sonia Pegwe, mathematics, Marymount University, studying neuroscience. Etorna Ogbonyetor, cloud computing, majoring in data science at Stony Brook University. Skylar Hairston, cloud computing and networking technology at UMBC, Honors College, studying mechanical engineering. Andre Mendoza, cloud computing and networking technology, Virginia Tech, Air Force ROTC, cybersecurity management and analytics. Ruben Yax Cardenas, cloud computing and networking technology, will attend UMBC and continue mechanical engineering. Asher Paul Vada, cloud computing and networking technology, moving to UMBC, studying information systems. Manasan Yifru, cloud computing and networking technology, UMBC, majoring information systems. Bubakar Keita, cloud computing and networking technology at the George Mason University, majoring in cybersecurity. Aaron Lalmansingh, business, going on to Pittsburgh University. Michael Randria Harvell, cloud computing and networking technology, attending a four-year university at UMD. Lincoln Kemboy, business, going on to La Roche for business management. Colleen Ferguson, computer science and technologies, studying at the Rochester Institute of Technology. Sean Jiang, business, going on to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, studying business financial economics. Anish Varma, business, going on to the University of Maryland. Kiana Rahimi, business, going on to UMD College Park for information science at USG. Shanil Neal, Business, University of Maryland, College Park. Sai Granados, Business, University of Maryland, College Park, UMD. Jackson Burns, Cybersecurity, going on to college at MC, majoring in Psychology. Anton Stanchenko, Cybersecurity, UMBC, studying Computer Science. Israel Congo, Cybersecurity, going on to Towson University, studying Information Systems. Leia Venapusa, Cybersecurity, studying at MC, Computer Science. Anaya Hall, Cybersecurity, going on to UMBC, studying Mechanical Engineering. Vincent Nunn, Cybersecurity, Computer Science, studying University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Chelsea Galley, Cybersecurity, attending University of Maryland, Baltimore County, majoring in Information Systems. Imama Khan, Cybersecurity, University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in Information Sciences. Anthony Predel, Cybersecurity, UMBC, Computer Science major. Great Praise Wisdom, Cybersecurity, going on to Marymount University, majoring in Information Technology with a tennis commitment. Isabel Cho, Biological Science, Drexel University, majoring in Chemistry. Helen Ayalu, Biological Science, going on to Rutgers University, majoring in Chemistry. Albre Alesso, Chemistry and Biochemistry, going on to University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in Biochemistry. Rina Bula, Cybersecurity, UMBC. Wahid Jilani, Biological Science, going on to UMD Biological Science program. Selena Ritchell, Chemistry and Biochemistry, attending UMD College, studying Biochemistry. Kevin Duan, Chemistry and Biochemistry, will attend UMD. Yu Chen Sai, Mathematics, attending University of Maryland, College Park. Nathan Asmelash, Computer Science and Technologies, University of Maryland, College Park. Israel Solomon, Computer Science and Technologies, going on to Northeastern University at Boston campus. Iman Arfan, General Engineering, University of Maryland, majoring in Mechanical Engineering. Kristen Enoch, Biological Science, going on to UMD studying Bioengineering. Grayson Ashing, Biological Sciences, going on to University of Maryland studying Biological Sciences. Elijah Jane Chuente, Biological Science, going on to Bryn Mawr College, majoring in biology on the pre-med track. Unaya Jubair, Biological Sciences, University of Virginia, biology on the pre-med track. Adila Shagul, Biological Science, University of Maryland, College Park, Public Health. Josephine Nguyen, Biological Science, University of Maryland, Biology. Rhea Mata, Biological Science, University of Maryland, College Park, studying biology. Casey Ng, Biotechnology, going on to the University of Delaware, pre-veterinary. George Bello, Business, going on to University of Maryland, College Park. Brian Mendez, Business, going on to Virginia Tech, studying Finance and Business Information Technology, double major. Isaac Kilcoyne, Business, going on to the University of Manchester, studying Finance. William Stecker, business, going on to UMD for accounting and information systems. Hawal Nasser, business, going on to Towson University studying business management and human resource management. Madison Dell, business, going on to Penn State Smeal College of Business, majoring in accounting and finance. Isabella Galeazos, business, going on to James Madison University, accounting major. Katarina Perasunco, business, going on to UMBC, diving commitment, majoring in economics. Sarah Jeruchin, business, going on to Yeshiva University, studying business and marketing. Damir Kumakov, data science, UMBC data science. Lukshin Sulim, data science and information science, going on to UMD. Faraol Abera, data science, going on to George Washington University. And our final graduate, Tim Ostroviuni, cybersecurity, going on to GMU.
Thank you. Let's give another huge round of applause for all of our 400 plus graduates this year. Congratulations, everyone. So we are now at one of my favorite parts of the evening as we get a chance to recognize just how extraordinary our students are. But first, to our parents and guardians, I know you are beaming with pride. Please stand so your children can give you a well-deserved round of applause for your unwavering love and support. Thank you. And thank you, parents and guardians. And let's be honest, that was also a perfect chance to stretch those perhaps older knees like mine as we near the end of tonight's wonderful program. You all have been an amazing audience. To our Board of Trustees, to our Board of Education, to our MC and MCPS leadership, we thank you for your support. And we want you to just wave and just say hello to all of our leadership and support from MC and MCPS. Give them some thanks. To our department chairs and faculty, it is your outstanding curriculum, your exceptional teaching, and comprehensive academic support that attracts students to MC and prepare them for lifelong success. So we thank you for preparing these students. A special thank you to our dual enrollment staff from both institutions, our MC dual enrollment managers, Persis Johnson and Nate Roberts. Please wave. To the MCPS dual enrollment specialist, Dr. Diana Sung, and to our ceremony coordinator, Amy Crawley, who led and put this whole event together. We thank you. And to all of our MC and MCPS coordinators, our DEPAs and support staff, please stand or wave to be recognized. These professionals are the lifeline for our students. Through their tireless work, our student scholars thrive. And now it's time, if you'll allow me to recognize just some of our exceptional scholars. First, our Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society inductees. PTK is the official honor society for community colleges, recognizing academic excellence. Students must maintain at least a 3.5 GPA over 15 credit hours in a degree program to qualify. This year, 51 of our Montgomery College graduates were inducted. Please stand and be recognized quickly. And now we honor our Dr. Harry Hardin Jr. Student Academic Excellence Award recipients, named after a beloved former dean. Students must maintain a 3.5 GPA for 2 consecutive semesters with at least 24 college credits. This year, 110 students earned this prestigious award. Please stand and be recognized. And now, the following students have all been recognized at Montgomery College's Honors and Award Convocations for their exceptional academic achievements, chosen by faculty, staff, and administrators from among the entire Montgomery College student body, not just dual enrollment. These honorees truly represent the best of the best. And so I'll let you all take a look. And so now, we will recognize our honors research scholars, students who participated in faculty-led individual and group STEM research this year through the MC's Honors College. Many of these students presented their findings at the college's Fall Honors Colloquium. Can our honors research scholars stand? All right. And next, our dual enrollment student ambassadors, leaders who represent the dual enrollment program by facilitating activities, mentoring students, and engaging prospective families. Thank you for your leadership. And our seniors, please stand. And so now, let's highlight just a few of our students' remarkable accomplishments. First, our youngest graduate is just 16 years old and won't turn 17 until August. We also have another student who just turned 17 this month. Trustee Renata Podlesny served as the sole Student Board of Trustee member, helping shape policy and support the college's mission that has helped ensure student success for all Montgomery College students. Dana Atasi and Andrew Vorshkin both earned 2 associate degrees while in dual enrollment. And in fact, Andrew has earned 105 credits, graduating with a 3.7 GPA. 3 students in total earned 90+ credits, 22 earned 80+ credits, and 92 earned at least 70 credits. But our students know, as MCPS students, you also still have to complete your student service learning hours. But these students excelled. Sean Wang earned over 1,500 student service learning hours, more than 20 times the high school requirement of 75. In fact, over half our graduates earned at least 150 SL hours, doubling the requirement. We also have 82 students who earned a college certificate in addition to their associate degree. 39 of them earned 2 certificates along with their associate degree. So give those folks a hand. And because our young scholars are so phenomenal, here's how they didn't just graduate from MC and MCPS, they excelled. The average college GPA among our graduates is 3.47. 338 of our 400 graduates will graduate with at least a 3.0 GPA. 220 of those students will graduate with college honors, earning a 3.5 GPA or higher. And 36 students will graduate from Montgomery College with a 4.0 perfect GPA. And so to all of our students, thank you and congratulations. We know you will continue to make us proud. And so before I introduce our closing speaker, a few quick reminders. Students, please fill out the post-graduation snapshot as a sheet of paper in your program. You can scan that. We want to know just how exceptional you will continue to be. And all the great things that are going on with you. And yes, there are prizes involved, so please fill it out. Also, we ask that all of our graduates stay in your seats after the ceremony for a quick group photo. Our photographer will come right up on the stage and we'll take a picture of all of you and be able to capture tonight's moment. And then finally, please join us for our post-ceremony celebration. Based on feedback that we've received from past graduates, there is a DJ, there's a photo booth, and some refreshments that'll be in the back. We ask that you stay and just hang out for a little while and join us. And so now, it is my pleasure to introduce the Montgomery County Council member, Mr. Will Jawando. His commitment to expanding opportunities for young people across Montgomery County reflects the very spirit of tonight's celebration. Please join me in welcoming Councilmember Jawando to close us out.
It's fine. Perfect. Class of 2026, congratulations. Not only did you graduate before you graduated high school, you saved your parents some money. The parents are the ones clapping for that. And you not only did you graduated from the best community college in the United States of America. I'm Will Jawando. I'm your county council member, so I represent you if you live in Montgomery County. I chair the Education and Culture Committee. And tonight I am humbled, I am honored, and I'm just glad to be in this room with you. To Akima Rogers, to Dr. Williams, Dr. Taylor, to Lieutenant Governor Miller, who was with us, the entire Montgomery College team, including our great chair, and MCPS family, who have built this program and poured their blood, sweat, and tears into it years after year. Thank you so much. Let's give them all a big round of applause. What you have created here is not just a program or several programs or a ceremony, it's a covenant, really. It's proof of what becomes possible when institutions look at people and our young people and say, you deserve more, and we're going to make sure that you get it. You did something really hard, graduates, something genuinely, legitimately, spectacularly hard. When your peers were trying to survive high school, you were surviving high school and college at the same time. And tonight is your well-deserved result. Sure, yeah, absolutely. It's a product of a decision you made each and every day. When you got up when you didn't want to, when you took the bus, when you studied, when you stayed up, on hard days and easy, on the days you were exhausted, the days you were inspired, and you should be extraordinarily proud of yourselves. But before I say anything else, I want to say something to the parents and the grandparents and the aunts and uncles who were acknowledged before, to the older or younger siblings, to the guardians, everyone who drove someone to campus or stayed up waiting or worked a second job, who gave up something so that you could be here today. I'd like you to stand up, all the graduates. Please, graduates, stand up. Turn around to your loved ones. And on the count of 3, you're going to say thank you. 1, 2, 3. All right, you can be seated now. Thank you so much. You all believed in them before they believed in themselves, and we all need someone to believe in us. You showed them with your sacrifice and your presence and your love that they were worth betting on. Now, graduates, I have a message for you tonight, and I want to be very honest with you. I could stand up here and tell you that the world is waiting with open arms. I could fill the next couple minutes with sunshine and roses and send you off feeling all warm and fuzzy. That would be easy, but it also wouldn't be fully truthful. The truth is, the world you are walking into, the campuses you will enter, are complicated. They will be loud. You might be disoriented. And yes, sometimes you may even be scared. We are living through changes, and you are living through changes that no generation before has ever had to navigate. Artificial intelligence is reshaping every industry, every profession, every corner of human endeavor. The institutions that we were taught to trust, our very democracy itself, the courts, our press, are every day seemingly under assault in ways that would seem unthinkable not too long ago. The things that we were most certain about have become the rarest commodities. We feel the ground beneath us shifting. We're in uncharted waters, and anyone who tells you otherwise is not being honest or is not paying attention. But here's what I will tell you. The moment you're standing in right now, the moment that you just experienced, this unsettled, uncertain, and electric moment right now is not a reason to shrink. It is not a reason to cower. It's not a reason to go quiet and hope that history passes by. It is a call to action. It is a call to resistance. It is a call to stand up and claim your rightful place as the master of your fate and as the captain of your soul. I want to tell you a quick story. June 1966, I wasn't alive. I don't think many people up here were. A young senator named Robert Kennedy traveled to Cape Town, South Africa, at the height of apartheid, one of the most brutal systems of organized cruelty the modern world had ever produced. He stood before a crowd of students like you, young people in a country where the government had decided that some human beings were worth less than others. And he said this, quote, "Each time a man or woman stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance." So not one great wave, not one heroic savior, but ripples, a million of them, from a million ordinary people who decided in their moment of uncertainty in fear to act anyway. After tonight, when the applause fades and the real world comes rushing back in, someone is going to try to bring you down. I guarantee it. You can count on it. Someone's going to tell you that a machine is going to replace you. Someone's going to say that the output, the speed, the scale, why even go to school? Someone's going to tell you that human creativity is insufficient, that your instincts are no match for an algorithm, that the things that make you who you are, your story, your pain, your joy, your singular and unrepeatable way of moving through this world can be replicated, optimized, and discarded. Young people, don't believe them. They're wrong. There is no data set on earth that holds your grandmother's voice. There is no model trained on the way your neighborhood smells after rain, or the specific weight of a loss that you carried from your childhood. The kind you never quite found words for, but that shaped you and brought you here literally today. That lives in you and makes everything you build and everything you do going forward matter. That is yours, and it is irreplaceable. There are forces in this world, some loud, some quiet, some dressed up in the language of progress, that want you to believe that history is something that happens to you, that the powerful do what they can and the rest of us suffer what we must, that the currents of this moment are beyond your reach, that the best you can do is keep your head down and wait for it to wash over you. Don't believe them either. History, this world, has never been changed by the comfortable. It has never been changed by the patient. It has been changed by ordinary people that may have been scared or uncertain. They may have not felt entirely prepared, but they looked out to the world and decided that they could not simply accept it as it was. And that is my charge to each and every one of you. Not someday, not when the timing is right, or when the conditions are perfect, or when your grades are the way you want them to be, or when you finally feel ready. Today, with what you have and who you are right in this moment. Because every time you refuse to look away when it would be easier to, that's a ripple. Every time you create something honest in a world that keeps asking you to perform, that's a ripple. Every time you show up for someone who has been told over and over again that no one is coming, that is a ripple. And every time you stand up and say simply, "This is wrong, and I will not pretend otherwise," that is a ripple. You didn't get here tonight by waiting for permission. You stepped up, you signed up for the program. You looked at the timeline that they handed you, 4 years in high school, you said, "No, I'm gonna do something different." You said, "I'm gonna do the harder thing," because it was true to who you were and aligned with your goals for your life. Protect that same energy as you move forward. Guard it. That instinct to refuse, to give up, to push, to demand more of yourself in the world around you, that's not just your greatest professional asset, it is your moral compass. Hold on to it. Whatever you go on to do, to build or create, when you change majors, which some of you will, or you teach or you lead, believe in that moral compass. Believe in the radical, defiant truth that human beings are here, we're here to stay, and we're capable of anything when we put our minds to it. The world is yours to inherit, but more than that, it's yours to shape. So go out there, stand up for your ideals, act on your convictions, and send forth your ripples. Class of 2026, the world is waiting, we are waiting. I can't wait to see what you'll do. Congratulations.